Here we take another look at film analysis, looking at the Eagles' victory over the Rams in Week 5 in LA. And there were some good things, but also some concerning things. So we'll dive into mostly good things, but we'll get to some of the concerning areas. What's up, it's your boy Centron coming back at you with another analysis video. And I kid you not, that's my real name. Finicky. But anyways, Eagles film analysis, all 22 offense takeaways from the Rams game. So this guy finally went off, and he actually had the first 100-yard game outing from a tight end in the league this year, which is interesting. I mean, it's been by kind of design. This was an exciting game between the Rams because the Rams have quite a unique defensive structure. They play a lot of five-man fronts, similar to us last year, and two high shells. It remind me of the Eagles from last year in some ways. The Eagles countered this with RPOs and quick throws to the outside, and that's what the Eagles did. I mean, so the way to counter that is to do that, and that's what we did. This led to a lot of Dallas Goedert targets, and he made them count, as you can see below. Look at him run through that safety. So he runs through the safety here, the contact, and then keeps going for the extra yards. It's a quick throw, gets the ball out of the hands, and that's been one of my things. Like, it's not even that they're blitzing here, but it's just a formation to quickly assail the defense and, puts him out there with yards to work with. All he has to do is break a tackle. I mean, yeah, it's a big task, but he's able to do that and get extra yards, make it about close to a 20-yard game. But get him involved early and often, and give him touches, and put him in a position to be successful. And there you have a positive, near explosive play. So yeah, he mentioned this last week about the two highlight box and the counter is the QB as a runner. Well, you got that one right. And let's see, I got way too excited when I saw QB counter bash this week. The Eagles ran more gap scheme because it's normally more successful against five-man fronts, and it's really difficult to get to the second level in the zone running game. This is just beautiful, and Hurts' legs made a massive difference in this game. So he kind of comes here, and it's a counter, but with your quarterback, and he runs into the open alley, runs up the middle, and gets the yards that are afforded him. So, yeah, man, it's huge when you have an extra guy that the defense can account for, which is the quarterback, which throws the numbers game off. And yeah, you have like the edge guys here, they're gonna be blocked off. And you just have to worry about the interior. But some of your O-linemen are going to get to the second level. So just an excellent play for us. And Hurts is a physical runner, so plays right into our hands. The Eagles' red zone offense was pretty terrible once again. We got to work on that. He's going to get to that later. But this route here, Zach Ertz used to run it. Greg Olsen calls it a not 9 route, and Dallas runs it perfectly. And the key here is Jalen holding the safety with his eyes. We talked about this one in a video, I think previously this week or last week. I want to say, early this week in the post game. I want to say review. But yeah, so Goddard runs here, and he kind of gives us a nod there, and then hits with the middle. And then Hurts looks here, so he gives him enough time to not get whacked by the safety. And he does get hit, but it's inconsequential as he doesn't take a hard enough hit to dislodge the ball or to question his safety. So great throw, great route run, and great controlling of the secondary there by Hurts. In the past few weeks, the comeback to AJ Brown has been money. It's just so easy. Cornerbacks are terrified of Brown beating them deep, and they're giving up so much cushion. And Hurts' ball placement and timing on these throws are exceptional. A.J. Brown is a truly elite wide receiver, and he has been fantastic these past few weeks. He just went off since he went off on the sideline. And, he just runs him off. And the guy is, he already has that much cushion, but he's playing with such respect because he doesn't want to, obviously get beat deep. And comes back. And even then, he still has a couple yards on him. And by the time he catches the ball, the defender's just catching up, so he just touches him like out of bounds. So a great play, great way to get yards, and a safe play for A.J. Brown. Safe play for A.J. Brown. And yeah, game well held up. You see this constantly throughout this article. His pass pro was good. So yeah, we don't want him to be touching the ball too often, but he's going to find a role in this offense because he's, we trust him in pass pro. he's a guy that's come up through our system, and which is going to lead to him having other touches, because he can catch the ball as well. And I think that's another reason. Well, we don't. Well, two. What I just said. We don't trust Rashard Penny, and passing game he offers little, even though maybe he can be good in pass pro or decent, but that lack of receiving element. I'd want us to have him out there because he's a bigger back, but that's my gripe. All right, the Eagles added a new element to their offense this week. What I've been waiting for, throwing to the running back. So Swift got six targets and he caught all 6 for 38 yards. Miles Sanders had 20 receptions in 17 games last year. DeAndre Swift had 6 this week and 4 last week, so getting him involved. He may not have many receiving yards, but Swift's hands out of the backfield are becoming a vital part of this offense. But it was keeping the defense honest and giving them another threat, which we can build upon, which we'll get to later in this article. In my season preview, I said I wanted to see the Eagles add some choice routes to Swift out of the backfield like the 49ers do with Christian McCaffrey. This looks just like an angle route to me. But if the Eagles can start building some true choice routes into their offense, it gives them another way to win. So, one reason they might be reticent to do so, because in the Tampa Bay game, we had a choice route. He went one way and Jalen thought he was going the other, and, it ended up being an interception. So they wanted to negate those, circumstances, mitigate those, those circumstances from happening. But, to truly open up the offense and then give us more depth and more for the defense to worry about, you got to add in those right routes. So the offense can win in so many different ways. Yeah. But this would just add layering upon layering. So he comes in here and runs the angle route up here, and it's more into traffic, but he holds onto the ball, catches it, and gets, positive yardage. So it's a win for the offense there. It puts us in a good position. I don't know if this was second down, but yeah, anytime you can have a short down and just to go and give, different looks to worry about, it's a win. Hurts was absolutely balling throughout this game. His decision-making and ball placement were outstanding. This is just a beauty. You won't hear me mention Aaron Donald much in this thread, and it's because he did nothing, because we neutralized him. The Eagles doubled him a lot. Sue Opeta and Jason Kelce were doing that work consistently, one over and over again. The Eagles' offensive line is as good as it gets. Add Opeta to the list of players that Jeff Stoutland has turned into good football players. So yeah, you can see the way they control him here. I think he's here. Yeah, they just wall him off, man. And it leads to that throw to A.J. Brown. This was right before the half with about 24 seconds to go. And then the horse collar on top of that brought it down to the 14, so a huge play for us. I think 21 seconds to go. But yeah, that was big. But yeah, that protection doesn't hold up. That play doesn't have a chance to happen. So yeah, just shout out to them and Opeta for coming in. He believes in himself when everybody else, other than the team, might not have. So kudos to him to going out and doing what he said he was going to do this week. He said he was going to play good. He played pretty damn good. I'll be honest, I have no idea if this play is actually by design. Let me know what you think. If it is just a sort of out-of-structure play, then this is awesome. JT O'Sullivan calls this kind of play buddy ball, and that's what it felt like to me. It's incredible to think that the Eagles haven't even had to ask Goddard to do much in the passing game this year. This offense is just so talented. We're stacked. So basically, Goddard comes out here, runs a kind of blocking route, and then he kind of peels off of the guy here, and then runs upfield. He catches it and runs upfield. So it's just kind of like looks like a sandlot play, but man, it did work well. And great, if that was on the fly, great adjustment by him, but maybe just seeing that spacing there was open, like they were saying. And yeah, it really turned into an explosive play and helped us to open up the offense for everybody else. Because, you see there may be single coverage here, but, they're worried about Goddard as well moving forward if they weren't already. I'm not sure who is to blame for this one, but I think it's leaning towards A.J. Brown. I think the play and the decision to throw it is fine. So this is the pick. Should have been a back shoulder throw. So, we don't know what the call was, and it was too shallow, and in the corner picks it. Just like in the Tampa Bay game, where Devonta Smith, he's double covered and he's going to the corner and he's not in a position to throw it. So I just want to take that play out, or like that part of the play out, that route. No, it should. It's crazy. Like, I don't know what that miscommunication is on that side, or that the area of the field or that route, but both times underthrown, and it's got to be put on the end zone side because that's where AJ was. If he throws it over his head, that might be 6. But both times it's almost like the cornerback is the receiver here. So whatever the kinks, I have no idea what it is, but Jalen and his receivers have to get that worked out. But yeah, Nick Sirianni chewed him out after that because he was royally pissed. We took points off the board potentially, and like, hey, we're already near the red zone, or I think maybe technically in the red zone because we're at the 20, but 0-point swing, that is horrible. But we'll work on that. I cannot say enough good things about DeAndre Swift. He's becoming a huge part of this offense. He looks fantastic out there. Yeah, he's super explosive. He's already added another dimension to this offense. So I think this is where he takes it, shifts at the line and sees that, the outside's open, and gets about, 7. So it's not even a huge play, but the way he plays it, the way he sees it, his vision makes the play. So huge addition from the Eagles here. Hurts was incredibly good at extending drives with his legs in this game. He had 3 rushes on 3rd and long, so it was 39, I think 39 and 3rd and 7. And Gainwell does a good job in pass pro where he's able to protect, and then Jalen gets out the back, jukes to one guy, and then, takes contact from another guy, squeezes through there, but, it looked like he blew out his knee on that play. I was so worried. I'm like, damn it. That looks bad. Stumbling, bumbling, but he's going down the sidelines, and that makes all the difference, when you have everything blocked up, and then you're about to get off the field, I think, 3rd down, thrice, and then Jalen, the quarterback, the person who's not supposed to, be making plays, gets out the backside or runs up the middle and exploits you for yards, gets 1st down, demoralizing for defense, and keeps the drive going. They're tired, and takes away a little bit of their will. All right, honestly, the pass pro was so good in this game that you have to assume that the Rams were trying to contain Hurts rather than rush him at times. So yeah, what strategy do you employ? Do you just go at him? You can't go at him with reckless abandon because he has mobility, but also you just try to contain him. He's turned into more of a pocket passer in the past couple of years, so might be playing right into his hands. Most likely you are. So so you can impact the defense's pass rush, make them think. Anytime you make them think, that's making them pause and delaying their reaction, which is, a win for the offense. So let's see here. Okay, this is the play where A.J. Brown runs kind of like the deep over. And then Devonta Smith, I don't know what side of the field he's on, but I think he runs a curl here. And he's a decoy, basically. But we took a concept from the 49ers called Heat, and it worked out excellently for us here. So he kind of like comes out peels out, half peel, and then resets, gets his feet, and then hits AJ deep towards the right sideline. So, we need to do more of that, stealing concepts from other teams. I know we did it in this game a little bit, I think, from the Dolphins, that motion, where the receivers kind of running along the line of scrimmage and then burst out as the ball is snapped. The Eagles were good against pressure in this game, except for when they got to the red zone and Hurts bailed from the pocket a few times. This may seem like nothing, but I think this type of play is another area where the Eagles have improved from last season. Let's see here. I think, this is one where, Goddard comes here and just settles in quick and gets the ball. We need more hot routes like that, because they're rushing 6. We only have 5, so that means, we're going to have not going to have enough time to sell into, more than a 3-step drop. 5 steps is out of the question. So where's the hole going to be? Where are they coming? So send routes into that area, maybe layered, so you can hit guys on 2 levels, but also have guys run routes where you're pulling coverage from that area so you can get that area uncovered. So, excellent design there. And outside of the 20s, man, Brian Johnson did a great job. It's just in the red zone. We need to work on that so we can be sharper for the better teams. The Dolphins coming in week 7, the Chiefs, the 49ers, who are not going to, most likely not going to allow us to get away with just red zone field goals. The Eagles' run game was much more multiple in this game than it has been so far this year. We saw inside zone, outside zone, pin and pull, quarterback draw, counter, and quarterback counter bash, where we saw Hurts get about 9 yards or so. So it was fun. Let's look at the last play here with pin pull. He said everybody won their assignments here. I think this is a run to Swift. Perfect alley. He gets blown up at the end, but man, just everybody handling the blocks. He just maybe has probably a couple of different slots he could choose. He chose that one, and just his vision to follow. But yeah, the O-line is elite, man. Some quick notes. Red zone. Bringing in Rashad Penny, like I said, getting those tough yards. We don't have to really, maybe not lean on the brotherly shove. If we could be more efficient in the red zone. And then, why are we targeting guys that we try to get cute and try to, make you overthink? I'm thinking, we're trying to flood the defense's mind with options. Okay, we have Quez Watkins as well. We have Olamide Zaccheaus as well. Just go with Swift, A.J. Brown, or Dallas Goedert, or Devonta Smith. Go with your main guys and force someone to stop them. And then when they focus in on that, go to your secondary options and other guys. So, I mean, you got to build things, layer things, stack things, which is what I want us to do, but we've been just reticent to do. And, Jalen looks skittish in the red zone. Or I don't know if it's play calling or it's not giving him the reins or us not believing in us not believing him or him not believing what he's seeing or what he should be seeing. So, anyway, execution and the planning has to be better down there. But yeah, it's time to give Olamide Zaccheaus more run because he's a better option than Quez. Just be frank. And Gainwell may not like him, like I said, but he's gonna get burned as well, especially because of his pass pro. And we could have had way more points. But anyways, we'll stop there on this. We'll get to the injury report and then get up out of here because this guy obviously he ain't playing. He's out with that Achilles. So we had Darius Slay out and did not practice. That's something to monitor going forward. Justin Evans, I think a new area with a knee, didn't practice. We'll see how that goes. Marlon, the triceps, we'll see if he's able to go at all because he wasn't, I think, last week. Sidney Brown still limited with that hamstring. If he's not, if you can rest him until it's not tight, fine. I mean, that'd be great, but I just don't want to prematurely put him out there. Frederick Cox with the back, limited. I think that's better than it was last week, but we'll see. Nakobe Dean activated from the injured reserve, limited with the foot. So people say we will take Cunningham off the field and then put Morrow, put him at the weak side, and then leave Morrow at middle. I don't know, but I'm reticent to put him back on the field, even though he technically is physically our best guy with traits and everything, but he's yet to prove it. So, and he's coming off a blank. He only started one game, didn't even finish that one. So, I don't know. All right, Jack Stoll with the limited. We'll see how that goes. And Rashard Penny, I saw a conflicting report. Saw on Bleeding Green Nation that he was full practice. So, anyways, he's still dealing with the illness. But yeah, we want to put Slay on Garrett and then Bradbury most likely on Lazard, the bigger receiver at 6'5". Let's see, for the Rams, not really relevant. Who cares? He's not going to make a break game. I don't know. One of these guys, I think most likely is the nickel corner or the backup. I'm thinking more nickel. So we'll see. This could be worrying for them. He came out for a handful of snaps last week, so we'll see. Monitoring that going forward. Concussion, so that could be finicky. Britton Covey was the first player to come off of a concussion and play the next week this season. So we'll see. He's limited though, and he missed last week's game, so they're gonna need him. Billy Turner, can't really tell you that he's that important. But yeah, Joe Tippmann, that's a good sign for them that he's a full practice. But anyways, we'll get up out of here. You're not even watching though, but it's all good because I love making these videos and love talking about the Eagles. So you're sick of my face that you're not even seeing, but we'll get up out of here. I'll get out of your hair. So as always, it's fly, Eagles, fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.